Okay, 7:01, we'll call the meeting to order with the pledge to.
We're late.
We're a little bit late. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, welcome everyone to Perry Township, our July board meeting. Of course, it's the 4th of July celebration in a couple of days. Everybody be safe. Be sure and don't let the kids handle too many sparklers because they're really powerful. And make sure that you have water or a fire extinguisher handy just to make sure that everything is okay. All right, roll call.
Mark Folks,
Here.
Mark Frazier,
Here.
Francis Griffith,
Here.
Monica Howard here, Troy Farmley.
Here. Okay, our agenda is prepared. Any additions, corrections, subtractions, or modifications?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Troy, okay. Butch? No, second.
Second.
Okay, second. Butch will second it, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, your minutes should be there with the agenda, June 4th, 2025.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion's been made by Mark to approve it, seconded by Butch. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Ronnie, did you say aye? Okay. Any public comments? No public present yet? Okay. Sheriff's report.
Oh, right, looks like we had for the month of June, we had 169 calls for service. Of them, 60 of them were traffic stops.
Wow. Okay. DDA, we will meet July 16th,
Are you skipping
50.
Cessa?
July 15th, Wednesday. July.
Okay, whatever the Wednesday
16th.
is, that's when your meeting is.
No, 20, no, the meeting after, we're meeting the. All right, Troy, so therefore, I'm out.
16th?
Huh?
16th?
We are, okay, so I'll be back on 15th. Okay, July 16th at 6:30, right here at the Township Hall. Okay,
Oh, you skipped CISA. You skipped CISA.
see some work.
The new ambulance is in service. I'm not sure if the remounts in service yet or
Not yet, it's close.
It's close.
It hasn't been lettered yet.
The hospital contract has started and they are quite busy with it. So far, everything seems to be working fine.
That's good.
Other than that, there wasn't a whole lot that I can report on.
Meaning,
There was some closed meeting stuff that.
oh,
There was a closed session stuff.
okay, okay. But anyway, so financially, we're okay?
We're
Yes,
tight,
things are much improved.
but we're not as tight as we were a year ago.
Good.
You know,
Well, good.
things are starting to kind of be positive, but it could take one bad situation to,
And our staffing?
our staffing seems to
We're
be
full,
pretty good.
we're full right now.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
good.
yes.
Okay. Good to hear, good to hear. I mean, we're paying a little bit additional on our taxes, you know, so staffing is good.
No, we're fully staffed right
All
now.
right, perfect. Let's see now. That was and then the DD, now the zoning. Let's talk the zone, let's do the easy one first.
What's one of the
We
easy?
had some new trailers coming in.
6 new trailers in the trailer park?
We had 6 new trailers in the Britton Road trailer park there on Britton Road, and so that's good. They're pulled the permits and they're going out, so that's excellent.
So, probably talk about this some under the planning commission part. The county has issued a building and zoning permit for the trailer on Britton Road by the trailer park that
Across the street.
has been a source of issue, and they are going to allow it based on, provided he puts an addition onto it and puts it on a foundation.
And a well, and a septic.
And a well and
electric.
septic and all of that, but that is, they have decided to allow that, and we did some research, and apparently under the Michigan Building Code, if it meets the square footage, which it would with an addition, and it's on a foundation, you can make a trailer into a permanent home, so.
The problem the planning commission has with that is that knowing that there was problems with the neighbors and that the township board had become involved in that they didn't involve us in their decision making. And frankly, the township board was pretty upset, or the
Planning
planning commission was pretty upset by that. You know,
It's been an ongoing question.
well, they should have involved us. They should have delayed it and given us time to review it and have it go through the process.
And it's, there can be occupied until certificate of occupancy, and basically the current enforcement against a mobile home outside of a mobile home park is postponed for 180 days while they get this done.
So they have 6 months.
6 months, yes, okay.
So we need to somehow have a target on the wall that 6 months from now, we need to make sure that this has all been accomplished somehow. I don't know how.
There was a property on Beardsley Road that was cited for building without a building permit.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that at our last meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Junk and debris on Bath Road.
Bath Road.
Some improvements to the cell tower further down the road here on Ellsworth Road, and a office addition on Lansing Road.
Which we knew about. Yes, we knew about that. Okay, thanks, Troy. All right, so county commissioner not here. Library.
There really wasn't much in the library report. I mean, they've got foundation and environ, and they are proceeding, but nothing new to report there. And the reading programs for the summer are moving along, so, you know, it's kind of
Okay. Into the library report.
yes.
All right, I-69 trade quarter?
Nobody.
No? SCDP?
Well, we have some,
Uh-oh.
they're not bad issues, but they kind of happened at the same time. But we have 2 people on the executive board. The vice chair, Chad Cushman from Indian Trails, and the treasurer, Tom, from the new CEO of Memorial Hospital. Both have job challenges that have taken them to where they don't have the time to make meetings all the time. And so they have both resigned from the executive board. And so we're in the process of filling and changing around some of those slots. The other 2 members of the executive board are Brian Marks, who's the chairman, and myself, who's the secretary. So there could be a lot of shifting around to accomplish this. It's hard to say.
I mean, basically you have to appoint a new vice chair and a new treasurer.
Well, it's probably, it's hard to say because I don't know who all is applied, but I will probably be vice chair, and we got to appoint a new treasurer and secretary. And Tom, the attorney in town here, Bridges, has offered to be the treasurer. He's got the time. The secretary's job doesn't take much time. Pretty much you just got to.
Well, you guys have staff that handles all that
That's right.
stuff.
So you just got to sign the minutes once a month and that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So, we were recertified with AEDO, which is the International Excellence Overseer of Economic Development Groups, and we're one of 89 in the world.
Pretty good, pretty good.
So that is pretty much a big thing. The golf outing is this week, isn't it, or next week? Next week.
Next week.
Yeah, and that's pretty well sold out. So there was more talk about the executive board things than just about anything, although, you know, we haven't really had any programs or anything come in lately, so.
Okay, Mark. And then our planning commission, planning commission?
Well, we've already talked about the one big thing that happened.
Right.
The other thing is it was reported to us by our county commissioner who was at our meeting, was that this solar thing on Beard Road was supposed to come up in front of the planning commission of the county that next week, and that was not true.
Right.
And Beth presented the calendar to work toward getting this whole thing done with taking that over. We did elect new officers, which is done in June with the planning commission. And really all the change was that the two top positions swapped. And Dwayne is now vice chair and Beth is now chair. And a lot of that is just that Dwayne is not able to handle the load right now. But we kept him kind of there, so.
Yeah, okay.
Other than that, we looked over the Motor City Electric drawings and stuff, and felt there was no problem with that moving forward.
Two officials were from the company.
Right, move that on to the township board, and it's not on our agenda, is it?
It's not, I mean, it's already been submitted.
There wasn't anything.
I mean, it's a site plan review. This wasn't this wasn't a rezoning or a variance or a special use permit. This was just simply a site plan. And I'm not even sure it was a major site. Was it a minor?
It was major.
Was it a major site plan review?
Well, one of the interesting things is that a lot of the neighbors had been encroaching on their property and putting sheds and storing old boats and cars and all sorts of stuff back on the property. And so they went around, they did the right thing, they went around and nicely talked to everybody.
And one of the neighbors actually knew one of the motors, known each other for a long time.
Yeah, no, I mean, this
Went well,
was an industrial building, zone industrial. There, you know,
no question.
no question about it.
Yeah, they did the right thing, they acted like good neighbors and
Answered all of our questions.
yeah, and they did with the neighbors too, so. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Financial report and pay the bills.
All right, you've got your bills list in front of you. Some bigger bills this month had our insurance renewal come through. That went up substantially from last year.
Oh, did it?
How much did it go? It went up like $1,500.
Did it?
Yeah. Our agent did reach out and wants to sometime come in and meet with Veronica and I to go over it. I assume he wants to explain why. I mean, why did it go up so much? It went up so much, my guess would be from this building, right? I mean, in the insurance world in general, buildings are what's, you know, the replacement cost of buildings is, if you've priced anything recently, is astronomical. And if
Oh, yeah.
you know, we'll see what he says when we meet, but I'm sure what they did is they evaluated the cost of this building, what it cost to replace it, and,
So you're saying we're up about 15%?
yeah, and it was quite a jump.
Okay.
And then we had our initial bills for the road projects. As you've noticed, the asphalt is down, they haven't done the chip seal yet, and so this is just the asphalt part.
Partial.
And then you'll see in there that I did part of the transfer from the road fund, because we are, remember, we're using,
Transfer, yeah, 100,000.
I moved 100,000 of it just because this was such a huge bill, but, you know, we had budget transfer 216,000, so we moved 100,000.
Okay.
We did, our revenue sharing check did come, it didn't come before I ran the report or I went to the bank because the mail came
How much was it?
50-something thousand. So next month I'll report on it. I thought we should have had it, but the mail came really late today,
Okay.
so. Other than that, we are quarter of the way through the fiscal year, so.
Quarter of the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
So everything, you know, is in general check. You know, we have many line items that are heavier in the first part of the year than the last, but I don't see anything that's massively out of line right now. Any questions on the bills?
Pay the bills.
Mark, pay the bills, all right? Butch will second that motion. Roll call vote there, Veronica.
Veronica Howard, yes. Troy Parmalee?
Yes.
Mark Foltz?
Yes.
Mark Frazier?
Yes.
Francis Griffith?
Okay. Did you get everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Correspondence, Village of Morris MDDA informational meeting. You have that, don't you?
Yes. So we got a letter in the mail June 17th for the Village of Morris. It was just a notice for the Downtown Development Authority for their intent to hold an informational meeting. They were just holding it before their regular meeting on June 25th.
Okay. Thank you. All right, public comments? None. Okay. Unfinished business, any? None. New business, Board of Review, July 22nd, 9 a.m., and that will be held at the, in the assessor's office. It's basically just answering questions if one. I know she has 4, I think she said 3 or 4.
She's got a couple more.
So maybe,
There'll be a few more, but
yeah, a few, and that's just usually about an hour meeting.
just to correct errors.
Errors.
There's no public hearings at this meeting.
And then the last thing that we had was the approval of SED pledge. Troy, can you talk to that?
Yeah, so we got a letter, we didn't actually get the bill yet, but we got every year we have our pledge for the SEDP, which is based on our population, it's $3,556. So we got the letter saying it was coming, the bill hasn't come yet, but we approve that annually.
How much is it?
$3,556, and I will make a motion, we approve that.
Troy makes a motion that we approve it.
Second.
And that's the pledge to SEDP, Economic Development, and Butch seconded that motion. Nope, Mark seconded that motion. Okay, roll call vote there. Veronica?
Troy Parmalee?
Yes.
Mark Foltz?
Yes.
Mark Frazier, sorry. Francis Griffith?
Yes.
Veronica Howard, yes.
Okay. Okay, the third public comment session is ended.
Motion to adjourn.
And the time is it, Troy, roughly?
7:17.
7:17. It's like a, no, 7:07 is a plane. 7:17 must be something slower than a plane. With that, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay.
All opposed, stay here.